Hey guys, it's your Uncle Clownie again, and coming to another review of something that was sent to me once again by the lovely folks at nfstrike.com. This time they sent me this shooty target thing, which unfortunately it seems to be something that they packaged in did not quite make it through the mail safe and sound. Everything sounds well and okay, but we're going to find out because we're going to open this thing up and see how it went inside. So stay tuned.
Clownie Nerf.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have the multi-function automatic target from nfstrike.com, and there is a couple of familiar logos on the bottom here. I still have no idea what they are. Apparently this thing is made by one of the companies I do recognize. I think they're the same stuff as the Blaze Storm, but I don't read any of this, so I can't tell you exactly what it's supposed to mean or do. Front of the box is kind of banged up. It was shipped in a bag from overseas, as F-Strike tends to do, but it seems to be in one piece. First off, we got a guy who's just obviously shooting some kind of Glock or 9mm and actual bullets at the target. I do not think that this thing is going to be durable enough to take actual bullets, but we could be wrong. The back of the box itself has very little to none instructions, and it just has words operation manual on it, and then a whole bunch of stuff. And it does say it takes 3 AA batteries, which I have pilfered from various remotes in my house, and I am going to assume that this means it either stands up on its own or does a combination of that and screams at you in a language which most people on this side of the world could not understand, or at least I won't be able to. So we'll pull out my fancy dragon blade knife from the gas station and start cutting minute particles of tape to reveal something that is mostly assembled already. So, doesn't look too bad right now. It sees us pretty good, and if I can manage to get around the boom on my camera here, we will remove this thing. It's just floppy and already has the targets assembled. They are a little loosely fit, to say the least. The netting that is part of it, some strut legs, and more leg pieces for caging this, and what is obviously some kind of base / collection tray. And as is the standard, 2 pieces of foam to yeah, isn't that great? 2 pieces of foam that will that were meant to hold it in shipping, but it didn't do too much. So we're gonna see if I can figure out how to assemble this thing, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned for a moment, guys. We can see I have already botched this. Immediately, as soon as I stuck these legs in, I noticed there was sort of an issue, which is an odd kind of thing. I can't get them back out, and apparently, I don't know if I got the wrong ones in the wrong direction or the right ones in the right way, but these look like the same type of things, and screwed up and didn't realize that is a front and back to this part here. You can see by the part here that there is this little thing here, little hole, and no hole here, and you need to shove these in the back. There are some tabs that kind of hold it, but not really hold it. They just sort of tension it. Then you have a pole, and one of your poles has only described as a finger, or what my mom would say, a dinky. And the dinky needs to go in its proper spot to the front end on the upper corner, which is hard to show because I am in a cramped little spot, but it is predominantly idiot-proof, although this idiot has already proven that he cannot assemble stuff correctly and had to go back over this. So we can throw the other one in here, and this up here. Give it a couple of pops to hold her in. And that's pretty much the base of this thing. And then this should fit right in here, thusly, like so. And then, since this is just a giant hairnet type thing, I'm assuming this just stretches over the back and around it, which seems to be what it does. Okay, I had to skip and get ahead a little bit. This thing does just stretch over like a hairnet or a sock from the backside all the way around to the front. And the battery tray itself is quite simple. There's absolutely no screwdriver involved in it. It's just a pressure tray switch, and then it goes on, and then it just rests in here. Okay, so we're going to fire her up and see what it does. Okay, that's it. It just stands up. So no noises or anything yet. It does have some LEDs here for some reason, and a speaker. And I guess we're about to find out why. Ooh, cool. I like that. Neat little braking sound goes along with it. Flashy lights. Oh, pop back up. Does seem to cycle the same sounds, so this is not too bad. The plastic seems to be in pretty, well, the plastic seems pretty wiggly and thin. Something we're between Busby and Dime Store. I'm not entirely sure how well it will hold up against something like a high-powered weapon or Strife or something along those lines, but we're going to give it a stand up over here to the side, and we're going to shoot at it for a little bit to see how it performs. And because no shooting video would be complete without actually using the target for its intended purposes, I have set the thing up. Now I'm still in my cramped little shop because the target, well, because the weather is not performing as planned. It is cold outside still, and it is unfortunately rainy. Every time I try to set this up outside and get the camera set, it starts to rain again. So I'm really not interested in doing this outside anymore, but being close range at a small target will work out just fine. You can see I've shot this at least once already down here in the corner. It does have a little counter of how many times you manage to knock them down. And there is a target in there. Now, I have experienced some difficulties with this thing. May or may not see them here on film. But I do really like the sounds that it makes when the thing falls over, and the flashing lights are really kind of cool. Now, I have had some issues with the targets bouncing back up on their own and basically not registering because they don't fall, and then they don't sit there, and then they don't register. So they just bounce back into the lock position. That's probably because I am a little close, but the targets are extremely light. And they don't like to stay down when down off the initial shot, which is kind of suck. But there's not a whole lot you can do about that, because it's just going to be the way it is. Now, the thing is retailing for about $30 currently, and I think that's kind of a fair price. Shipping's going to push it to where I'm not utterly sure about that, but if I saw this in the store for about 25, 30 bucks, I don't think I'd be completely hosed. I'd be completely stopped on it, but it's honestly a lot of fun to just hit these things and watch them fall and pop back up. And it's may not be something that you can, like, you know, like everybody's thinking into, but little kids are definitely going to like this. I mean, because I have the brain of a little child, more or less, and I'm definitely digging this. So if you're interested in this thing, go to nfstrike.com or check the link in the description box below and have yourself at. You'll probably see this thing at End War, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to pack it with me, because it's going to give me something to do. As always, guys, Clownie's watching. Peace.